Hello, and welcome to another episode of Ubuntu and Open Source. In my last video, I showed you how I made my Ubuntu Unity type look and feel here. But right here on my wallpaper, I want to change that logo to an Lubuntu logo. So, for my favorite application I like to use is Gimp. Now I'm going to select New. And I want the image size, the width and the height, to be just like my monitor size. So for that information, I'm going to go to Monitor Settings. As you can see, 1360 by 768. But I'm not done here yet. I want to go to the advanced options as well. I like to change these. You don't have to. But I'm still not done yet. I want it to be filled with a transparency. And this will become important in just a second. I'm going to hit OK. Now if I go to View and make this smaller, this is the canvas size area. It's also the exact monitor size settings for my wallpaper. Now I'm going to open up as a layer. That's my current wallpaper, which is this one right here. As you can see, the dimensions are different. So when I hit open, it looks different than what it actually does on the wallpaper itself. If I go to View, down to 25%, this here outside dotted line area is the dimensions of the actual image itself. And what you can see, the canvas area, is the monitor size settings. So to get this image the same as the background image, the same size, I'm going to scale layer. What I did is I right-clicked. I did a right-click on here, scale layer. Now we can try the height first. And just hit Tab. Keep the layer size linked. You see it's a bit different because it's not going to fill. So now I'm going to go to 1360. Hit Tab. And so the height is a bit higher, but that's okay. So now I scaled. And you can see the dotted line area with a little bit on the top and a little bit on the bottom is going to get cut off, and that's fine. And so now this is the image here, but I'm not done yet. We're not done yet. So now I'm going to open up the logo image that I want. I'm just going to open it. I'm not going to do as a layer. I'm just going to open it. I'm going to choose this one. And so now I have this Ubuntu logo and my wallpaper that I'm working on. And so over here, all this blue, I want to change the blue color. But I want it to be the color of right here. So the color has changed. Now I'm just going to select the bucket and recolor it. But I'm not done yet because this here checkered part shows that it's transparent. You can see right through it. And I don't want that part for this here part of the logo. I want it to be white. So I'm going to select this here object, the selection part, and I'm going to view it in, zoom it in some so I can see it better. And where the circle part dotted line is, I want it to be just right inside of the orange. Because if it's outside of the orange, it's going to get colored white. So I want it just inside. And I believe I got it. I'm going to zoom it in again. There I go. I want it just right inside. So the circle that I'm putting on the circle itself is going to be just smaller. It's going to be a little bit smaller. But I want it white. When I choose the bucket, that's the only part that's going to change white. Not outside here, right here, but only right in here. So I'm going to save. As you can see, and I'm going to overwrite it. Then I'm going to export as, and it's going to be a PNG file. Export. So now I can close this. Now this here, the wallpaper that I'm working on, now I'm going to open as a layer again. And that's this image. Sorry, it's that one, 200 by 200. As you can see, it almost perfectly filled it right up into the right spot and location. Oops, didn't mean to get you going. If I select it and use my arrow keys on the keyboard, I can try and position it. I can see that it's a tiny bit larger than the other image, but that's okay. I'm going to keep it like that anyway. So I'm going to zoom back out so I can see what it looks like even more. Let's do that one. View. Okay, so that's the whole wallpaper fitting inside the work area. And that looks perfect. So now I'm going to save this. I'm just going to call it that. It's going to be the same thing. You can see I worked on it before. And now I'm going to export it. Export as. It's going to be as a PNG file again. Yes, replace. Export. This is my wallpaper with the Ubuntu logo in it. Close this out. I'm going to right click, desktop preferences, and look for my newly created wallpaper. And there you go. The wallpaper now has been changed with the Ubuntu logo. This is how I like to use one of my favorite applications, the Gimp. Thank you.